thoughts and prayers that our military, law enforcement, all emergency responders always return home safe. Thank you. Pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law, notice of this public meeting has been published in the Home News Tribune, Courier News, and Star Ledger newspapers, and posted on the Middlesex County website as well as the bulletin board in the Middlesex County Administration Building at least 48 hours in advance of the meeting, which shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar-Garza.
Here.
County Commissioner Kenny. County Commissioner Koppel. Here. County Commissioner McCollum.
Here.
County Commissioner Deputy Director Nara.
Here.
County Commissioner Tamaro.
Here.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Here. We have ceremonial resolutions.
Proclaiming June 15, 2025 as Elder Abuse Awareness Day in Middlesex County, recognizing Bristol-Myers Squibb on the occasion of the 120th anniversary of its Middlesex County facility, recognizing the top 11 Middlesex County school contributors to the Replenish program.
Is there a motion to adopt the above ceremonial resolution?
Second.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar-Garza.
Yes.
County
Yes.
Commissioner Kenny. County Commissioner
Yes.
Koppel. County Commissioner McCollum.
Yes.
County Commissioner Deputy Director Nara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamaro.
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Commissioner Escobar-Garza will present.
Good evening. Welcome to our meeting. I would like to invite Jennifer Apostle to be here with me. She's the director of Replenish. I'm going to read the resolution once and then we will call the names of the schools. Whereas it has come to our attention of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Middlesex that school children and their families are one of the biggest supporters of Replenish. A collaboration of many partnerships working together to end hunger by helping to achieve food security and provide access to a nutritionally adequate food and other basic necessities to all residents in Middlesex County. And whereas, I'm going to read the names of the school: Old Bridge High School, East Brunswick High School, Cambridge Elementary School, Piscataway Township High School, St. Joseph High School, Mabee Street Elementary School, Irving Elementary School, South Brunswick High School, PVT Nicholas Menu High School, Apple Gardens Elementary School, Sarahville Middle School, were one of 118 schools that participated in food drives this school year, which produced over 85,650 pounds of food for families struggling to meet their basic needs. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Middlesex that we commend the students, staff, and families for all the schools mentioned before for their dedication to eradicating food insecurity in Middlesex County. Congratulations all. Here tonight with us is Grand Bridge Elementary School, who collect 3,050 pounds of goods. Next that we understand that are here is the Mavis 3 Elementary School, who collect 2,200 pounds of goods. The third school in attendance is Mino PVT Nicholas Mino School, who collect 1,800 pounds. And last that is attending tonight is Saraville Middle School, who collect 1,800 pounds. We are asking everybody to please come and let's take a photo group together. And if anybody wants to say a few words, please, welcome. Can all the commissioners please join us?
All right, folks, we're just going to follow Adam's lead here. Adam will help arrange us. Okay. Quick one spot.
Thank you so much. We can now do this outside your colleagues.
Let's please have a little bit. 4.
I looked at mine.
Thank you.
You don't have to wait here for the rest of the meeting. You'd rather be doing something else, probably.
Thank you.
Do you have the Old Bridge High School? He works there.
Okay, correspondence.
Commissioners provided with a list of correspondence received by the clerk's office since our last meeting. This correspondence will be kept on file in the office of the clerk of the board of finance.
Is there a motion to accept the correspondence? Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Minutes for approval.
Minutes of the regular meeting held on Thursday, May 15th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes? Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar-Garber?
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny? County Commissioner Copple?
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum?
Yes.
County Commissioner Deputy Director Nara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios?
President not voting. Reports of commissioners. Commissioner Escobar-Garber.
Thank you, Director Rios. Tonight, the Board of County Commissioners proclaimed June 15 as Elder Abuse Awareness Day in Middlesex County. Unfortunately, older adults and people with disabilities suffer from abuse in the home and in care facilities. To bring awareness to this issue, the County Office of Aging and Disabled Services will be hosting a Elder Abuse Conference in Piscataway Community Center on June 13 from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. For additional information, please contact the Office of Aging and Disabled Services at 732-745-3295. Thank you, and that will conclude my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Kenny.
Thank you, Director. The only thing I ask is our crews are out there doing milling and paving on the roadways. So if you're traveling and you see our crews at work, please take the time to slow down, move over if possible, and don't be distracted. We want our crews to return home safely, just like we want you to get to your destination safely. That's all I have, Director.
Thank you. Commissioner Leslie Copple.
Thank you, Director. Good evening. This meeting's Commissioner Report features an office spotlight on the Middlesex Office of Purchasing. Under the direction of the Department of Finance, the Office of Purchasing consists of a state-qualified purchasing agent and an assistant and 8 buyers. Through careful review, purchase requests from county offices are filtered through this office for accuracy in upholding the local public contracts law, a law put in place to ensure taxpayer monies are spent in a dignified and controlled manner. The Office of Purchasing ensure county-made purchases are made in accordance with the local public contract law by obtaining specific required documentation, creating bidding opportunities in a fair and open process or in a competitive process where a department can use specific criteria to meet their needs in an efficient way. Other function includes research state and national cooperative purchasing platforms, attend educational conferences and forums, review a purchase request to ensure costs do not exceed a particular amount, determine if prices charged to the county mirror the proposals submitted, obtain multiple quotes for purchases that exceed $6,600, require proper documentation for purchases that exceed $17,500, publicly advertise bidding opportunities that exceed $44,000. The Office of Purchasing utilizes an e-procurement system titled OpenGov for all bidding opportunities. We encourage everyone to visit our website to learn more about the Office of Purchasing, find assistance to navigate OpenGov, and details on how to become a vendor with Middlesex County. All information can be found by navigating to the purchasing landing page on middlesexcounty.nj.gov. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Chanel Scott McCollum.
Thank you, Director. Good evening, everyone. On Saturday, June 28th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., returning to Monument Square, the Free Folk Life Gospel Concert Festival, will feature Grammy Award-winning Fred Hammond and Grammy Award nominee Kiara Sheard, as well as emerging local talent. In the Office of Business Engagement on Wednesday, June 28th, from 8 to 4 p.m., in partnership with Rutgers University, the Office of Business Engagement will host the 2025 New Jersey Food Tech Conference at the Rutgers College Avenue Student Center. This dynamic event will bring together innovators, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who are shaping the future of the food industry. Speakers will include Middlesex County's very own Department of Economic Development, with Sandy Castor, who's actually here this evening. Sandy, you just want to raise your hand and acknowledge it. The Director of Business Engagement, Show Islam, and Division Head of Life Science and Food Innovation, Kalindi Bakshi. The Office of Workforce and Career Development on Wednesday, June 11th, the Division of Business Services will participate in Virtual Life Sciences Company Talent Connection Day, hosted by the New Jersey Department of Labor. This event will invite job seekers and those interested in the field to connect, collaborate, and learn to adapt in the rapidly changing life science industry. On Thursday, June 26th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Middlesex College, the Division of Business Services will host a Vendor Connections Expo. Attendees will explore the programs of the office's eligible training providers. This event will provide an opportunity to connect clients and caseworkers in the exploration of training pathways. Director, this concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Shanti Narrow.
Thank you, Director. From the Divisions of Recycling, Solid Waste, and Environmental. On Saturday, June 7th, the divisions will hold yet another paper shred event. The event will be held at Spotswood High School's parking lot, which is located at 105 Summer Hill Road, and will run from 9 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. Residents can bring free of charge paper documents for safe shredding and disposal, thus protecting personal information and their identities. There is no need to remove paper clips or staples. However, do not include other metals, as these may disable the shredding devices. For additional information on this program or any others, residents can visit the county's website or call us at 732-745-4170. From the Office of the Prosecutor, on May 22nd, the Honorable Yolanda Ciccone, the Middlesex County Prosecutor, was honored as Prosecutor of the Year by the New Jersey Narcotic Enforcement Officers Association, otherwise known as NJNEOA, at its award ceremony attended by 750 law enforcement officers and guests. The NJNEOA is an organization with a mission of reducing illegal drug use, education of citizens, and the training of law enforcement since 1965. Needless to say, this is a great honor and a tribute to our prosecutor. On behalf of this board, we congratulate her sincerely. The Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office was also awarded the New Jersey Attorney General Initiative Award, Excellence in Policy Critical Incident Model. The office was recognized for their ability to establish the need to utilize the ARRIVE program, which couples law enforcement with mental health professionals to develop a partnership with our Special Operations Response Team. This collaboration calls for SORT, the Special Operations Response Team, and hostage negotiation teams to optimize the services of our ARRIVE partners from University Behavioral Health to jointly solve critical public safety issues. Kudos to the prosecutor's office. And one additional piece I'm going to add, Director. So on the 19th, I had the privilege of attending our annual Middlesex County PSA event. I'll probably have another more detailed announcement about it, but I just wanted to say this is an event we do every year. We reach out to the schools and we ask the students and the schools to partner so they can create videos and audios that we put out to educate all of our residents about the dangers of distracted driving, reckless driving, drunk driving, the panoply. And the kids every year are amazing and they work really hard on their productions. And they're going to be going out on our systems, the county systems, but I just wanted to say something because we're in the midst of prom season and graduation season is coming up. And everybody here on this board and everybody associated with the county, we want all of our young people and their families to celebrate these wonderful milestones, but do it safely because we want everybody to be able to continue living productive, happy lives after the milestone celebration. So please, everyone, be very careful and pay attention to the roads, pay attention to your fellow citizens traveling, both cars and pedestrians, so we can all feel good about everything as we end this period of celebration. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Tamaro.
Thank you, Director. This Saturday, June 7th, is the last volunteer event of the spring season. Join the Conservation Corps at Ironwood Brook Conservation Area in East Brunswick for a National Trails Day. Volunteers will help improve the trail and keep the area clean. I know we are looking forward to celebrate Middlesex County, which is being held on Saturday, June 14th in Roosevelt Park. I would like to remind all the youth anglers about the fishing derby. Bring your own fishing pole and join us at the lake at 10 a.m. Prizes will be given to the top winning fish in each of the age groups. See you there. And don't forget, on June 18th is for our first plays in the park at Roosevelt Park. The Stephen J. Capestro Theater on Pine Road in Edison, New Jersey. 8 p.m. Starts the evening play, Beautiful, the Carole King story. And the box office opens at 5:30. Don't forget to bring something for replenish, a non-perishable food item, which will also be collected there on each of the shows. Mondays and Tuesdays are free for our veterans, and every night is free for anyone who's currently serving in the service. Rent is July 9th to July 19th, and Greece is July 30th to August 9th. Hope to see you there. Thank you, Director.
Thank you. Just a couple of things I'd like to mention. Last month, we had the ribbon cutting for the Jack and Cheryl Morris Cancer Center in New Brunswick, which I thought was a beautiful event. And it's just so happy to know that we have a cancer center right here in New Brunswick, in Middlesex County. It's the 13th cancer center in the country. There's only 13. And as Mr. Morris said, it's nice that people don't have to travel far to go get cancer care. They will get premier cancer care. And today, Commissioner Tamaro, Commissioner Kenny, and myself attended the ribbon cutting for the new intersection improvements that were made on Oak Tree Road and Magnolia Road in the Island section of Woodbridge Township, and it was nice to see those improvements made and make it a lot safer with our goal of Vision Zero and making 0 fatalities in Middlesex County. Okay, Mr. Kelso, any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Any resolution to be amended?
There are none.
Resolution to be held?
There are none.
Resolution to be voided?
There are none.
This time I open up the meeting to the public on resolutions only listed. Please state your name and address, and then you have 5 minutes.
Good evening, Charlie Cradville, New Brunswick today. Start with the first one. I see you're proposing to hire a new clerk of the board. Can we hear about this person, their qualifications, and it says they would start tomorrow?
Yes, this person is an employee of the counties. She's been with us for about 12 years. And as typical what we do, we always try to increase incentives for our employees within. And if we feel that we have someone that's qualified, capable, we always like to look with that philosophy of trying to promote from within. And this young woman is very capable and qualified, so we're excited about having her in that position.
And I presume starting tomorrow, Open Public Records Act request should go to her?
Yes.
The very next item is a contract with Florio, Perucci, Steinmark, Capelli, and Tipton. Can I understand what kinds of federal regulatory matters they'll be handling?
The issue that we wanted to address is the fact that the change of administration in Washington and the threat of losing the many potential grants and other funding sources, and clearly ones that would affect Middlesex County. We felt it was important to have special counsel who is familiar with the workings in Washington, with federal regulations in the various departments, EPA, Health and Human Services, and so we advertised for attorneys who would have the qualifications and experience of working not only regulatory agencies from here, but also in Washington. So we identified Florio Perucci, and that's what this contract is for.
Okay, so this is a new contract. They've not
Yes.
been on the payroll before.
No.
Okay. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounded more like lobbying than regulatory matters. Is that, would they be lobbying for the county in Washington or no?
I would not characterize it as lobbying, because lobbying is another regulated thing that needs to be done. We're hiring them as counsel to be able to interact with those agencies. They'd be familiar with the regulations, the process of processing applications, and also finding out the status and see to the extent that we can just keep things in line. It's not lobbying.
Thanks. Is there a specific person at the firm that's going to be handling this?
No, I think the lead person is Mr. Steinhardt, but there are other members of the firm that equally are involved with federal regulatory.
Got it. And he's a state senator, correct? At the top right, I think you know how I feel about this, and I'm continue to be perplexed by the massive, major spending to this out-of-state company on marketing. But I recognize I have limited time, so maybe I'll get back to it. But I do want to hear about this next one, the broadband BEAD program. What does this mean? Public-private partnership.
Which one, Charlie?
The ominous number 666.
Director speaks that. So, 666, that's fine. No, so what that resolution is for, Charlie, is the county is indicating that we're going to submit a letter of intent to the state. There's federal funding that, as of today, is still available for the expansion of broadband access throughout the county. There are certain areas of the county and more globally the nation where broadband has not yet reached, and you still have people, whether it's on dial-up or other more archaic forms of internet access. And so this gives the county a seat at the table to, in an ideal world, develop public-private partnerships with folks like Verizon, AT&T, Altice, the various providers that are deploying these fiber optic networks. Gives the county a seat at the table to make sure that there's a public good and a benefit derived from that deployment, whether that's expanding access to educational institutions, to homeowners, to targeted locations in the county. libraries, so on and so forth. So with this resolution, we'll be able to submit that letter of intent to be able to do that. And then from there, we would go through a public process if we chose to go forward with trying to enter into a public-private partnership. As you know, in 2018, legislative changes allowed for the law changed to allow us to enter into public-private partnerships.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Mr. Kelso, does anyone have to vote on anything separate? No? Okay.
Director, then a motion would be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 25-662 through resolution 25-728.
Is there a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Second.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar Barber?
Yes.
County
Yes.
Commissioner Kenny? County Commissioner
Yes.
Hopple? County Commissioner McCollum?
Yes.
County Commissioner Deputy Director Nara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios?
Yes. This time I open up the meeting to the public. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Good evening once again, Charlie Prattville, New Brunswick. I need to ask about this verdict in Candace Burgess versus Middlesex County and Mildred Scott. Case against the sheriff from 2020, went to trial. The jury has awarded the plaintiff $3.8 million in response to her accusations that she was pointing out, in some cases, crimes that needed to be addressed, and her boss overruled her, among other accusations. What does the county have to say about this? I read you're going to appeal, but what's the status of the case, and what's your response to the jury's verdict?
The simple response to the verdict is the verdict was clearly against the weight of the evidence that was presented. The county will be vigorously processing an appeal, and it happens with juries, but we certainly are going to appeal it because it definitely was against the weight of the evidence.
And so you filed a notice to appeal, but not the actual appeal
We
yet?
will, not actually yet, because the order has not been finalized by the court.
Okay, so no notice of appeal has been filed, but you're telling me you're definitely
We
going
will
to
definitely
appeal?
file, yes.
Okay, can you tell me how much the county spent on defending the county and the sheriff in this matter, approximately?
I don't know the answer to that offhand.
Okay, is this something that was handled in-house, or did you hire?
As you know, we hire defense counsel every year to handle defense cases because we have multiple cases that are generally pending, and we assign those cases to the attorneys on a rotating basis.
Okay, do you know who handled this one?
I don't recall off the top of my head. Kurt Trinter, I think, and Lori Dvorak.
Okay. Yeah, obviously disturbing to see that large amount in the verdict, and I know it's obviously not the first big payout that somebody has gotten after suing the sheriff's office under the current sheriff and the prior sheriff. It's like out of control. It seems like there's really, something wrong that's not changing. So I just, I want to hear from the elected officials if you have anything to say about the sheriff's office and how it's being
I'm
run.
happy with the verdict, but again, it's a jury that awarded the verdict, and as Mr. Kelso stated, we will appeal.
Okay. I also wanted to ask about this Middlesex County College project, the big stadium and other developments there. There's been some talk about the way that the state has funded it through, I guess, the Property Tax Relief Fund. At least one senator believes this was not legal. Does the county have any response to all that state money that's been funneled into this project?
We apply anytime for federal or state money that would help us alleviate the cost of any project. And we're certainly not going to be shy applying for money. And if the state or the federal government is willing to help us out, by all means. If a senator or any other elected officials feels that it was unfair, I think it was done as due process. John, you want to add?
Yeah, I think, Director, the only thing I would add is obviously from the beginning, the CIO strategic plan has been a partnership between not only the county commissioner board, but obviously working closely with our, legislative delegation in Trenton, as well as the governor's office, and, right along the way, we've all been involved in kind of the planning, development, and so on. So again, there's been that fruitful partnership between the county, the state, and the federal level.
Okay, well, just wanted to close up with a personal comment. I hope that everybody gets out and vote, no matter which primary you're voting in. Your vote is your voice. If you don't use it, you lose it. And I hope that folks will show up in big numbers to have their voices heard in this election. There's a lot of choices on the ballot, but gosh, I hope folks think carefully about who they support. And I personally won't be supporting anyone who voted to gut the Open Public Records Act, or cancel the elections for the New Jersey State Democratic Committee, or change the rules in the middle of the election to make it harder to get on the ballot. And I think we have a real crisis of many things: a climate crisis, a housing crisis, but also a democracy crisis. Our democracy is dying, and we need people of both parties and people who are outside of the parties to stand up and defend democracy. And unfortunately, a lot of the folks who've gotten into power are just comfortable there and don't feel the need to defend our rights and our democracy, and that's a shame. So we've got to have change. Thank you.
Anyone else from the public? Move to close the vote.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.